Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Aussie Starcraft, where we've been casting games from the RedBull Battlegrounds that took place last week even. At the moment we're casting the semi-finals between SK Telecom 1's Parting and SKMC. In the bottom left hand corner of Cloud Kingdom as our blue Protoss, it is in fact MC. In the top right hand corner it is Parting of SK Telecom 1. Now, these Protoss players have been having a very dynamic best of 5 here at the RedBull Trading Grounds. Both the first two games are over very quickly. I don't want to spoil either of those, but as traditionally the case, PvP very volatile. Both the games are coming to staggeringly short conclusions. The series is actually tied up 1-1 going into game number 3, so effectively it's a best of 3 from here on out, so we'll see which of our players can fare better in the matchup on this old map. This is of course Cloud Kingdom, one of the community created maps from the map pool back in the day. I think pretty much everyone remembers playing on this. If you laddered at any degree really, you would have noticed you played virtually every second map on Cloud Kingdom, but it was very popular as a map choice in years gone by, and it's nice to see it getting a little bit of a rerun here at the RedBull Trading Grounds. There have been some pretty funky maps. If you haven't caught some of the other RedBull action on the channel, I'd suggest you go and check some of them out. Some very funny maps, one of which is the lava map from the storyline. So the lava actually raises periodically and destroys units. I thought that was really fun. I'd love to see a long macro game on that map actually, or something longer than what we saw anyway. MC here obviously grabbing both his assimilators straight away. Cybercore going down. Drone moving out to scout Parting, see what shenanigans he's up to. Parting going for the Cybercore. It'll be interesting to see which tech choice either of these players make. We've seen Stargates out of both players. We've seen Blink Stalkers, all sorts of things. This map particularly good for things like Blink Stalkers. The ramp's narrow and it's easy to defend, but with the Mothership Core and Blink Stalkers, there's a reason this map was less frequented, I think. It come Heart of the Swarm. Very, very easy to blink up into the main base. All those sorts of shenanigans, particularly with how fast the Mothership Core actually hits the field. Parting again going for his second gateway. MC able to see this. Mothership Core also coming out for both our players. Warp Gate underway for both our players. About the same portion research, so no great differential there. It's looking like fairly similar starts for either of our players. MC electing to do this off one gate like last time. We'll see how that holds up for him. Parting here managing to clean up that scouting worker. Will be first blood as far as I know. Yep, indeed, first blood. Poor probe. Unfortunately, the least, it's like drawing the short straw in Starcraft, being that probe that gets to scout the other Protoss base. You get to meet their nice friendly stalker as it pops out of the gateway and get blown to smithereens by it. So how would you like to wake up and see this face, or be going for a nice peaceful stroll around the enemy base and run head to head with something that looks like that? I know I wouldn't. It looks like MC going for the Twilight Council. Not a massive surprise there, I've got to say, and similarly Parting as well. I think Cloud Kingdom, particularly in Heart of the Swarm, really lends itself to this sort of thing. Parting actually able to pick up MC's probe, and I think that's a great little pickup for Parting here. It means MC's not going to have a pylon out on the map. Have another probe moving out here, obviously very intent on trying to get those proxy pylons established. Parting's Mothership Core reduced to 4 health, almost dying on its little venture into MC's base. This probe continuing to try and establish some proxy pylons. Mothership Core going to be waiting till its shields recharge. We have Blink coming up for both players. Chrono Boost out of Parting to ensure that his finishes up just a little bit earlier. This is a hallucinated Oracle, which is quite important. If this is seen by Parting. It could prompt the wrong sort of tech choice, but I think given the fact he's already got Twilight Council with Stalkers on the field, he's not going to be worried about the potential Stargate play. And in fact, the speed at which that dies, Parting knows it's an illusion. Both our players going to follow this up with a Robo Facility. Observers out of both players. Look at this, it's exactly a mirror matchup. Both players going for the Observer, warping in 2 Stalkers. Proxy pylon now established for MC. It looks like we have a very even sort of setup on our hands. If we check the units tab, is in fact 9 Stalkers to 8. A few extra workers for Parting, so Parting quite saturated, looking to obviously expand on the back of this as he's now almost oversaturated in his main base. MC moving out as well. Will we see another base race here? Parting obviously spots that as his pylon goes down. Second pylon on the high ground though is going to allow him to be able to continue to warp in reinforcements. Parting obviously confident in the number of Stalkers he thinks he has, but is a horrible position to be in. He missed the first shot, and the first volley is everything, almost losing a Stalker straight out there. Parting with a 1 Stalker advantage, but currently no high ground vision. Really needs to get that Observer over into play, and the Observer now is in fact down there. Parting throwing down his expansion. This will be ahead of MC, which is a nice pickup for Parting. Will the adage roll true that the first player to expand loses? Effectively, Parting's gained this expansion, but at the cost of the Immortal that MC now has in play. So that Immortal is going to rake in the Stalker kills if Parting's foolish enough to try and engage against the high ground advantage that MC has. Parting, of course, obviously Blinks finished up for both our players. MC, if we swap back to the production tab momentarily, see Parting continuing to produce Immortals. Both our players very passive, it seems, this game, unwilling to engage just yet. This Observer could well be picked off if it passes anywhere near this Stalker force. MC cleverly got his Observer sitting there to help pick that off as it tries to spot units. MC's expansion going down. Parting's actually already finished, so that's allowing him to continue to produce these Immortals at the rate that he is. A Forge as well going down, so we may well see some upgrades shortly out of Parting, and a Robotics Bay. So looks like we'll be progressing through into the Colossi tech for Parting. MC quite happy with his Immortals, 3 on the field and a 4th one to come, as well as quite a few sentries. So a nice blink into the main base by Parting is going to force the Photon overcharge. Parting here quite contented, blinking down, but finding that MC's Stalkers are in fact on the low ground. Parting's going to take massive damage here, continuing to pick off Stalkers. Stalker after Stalker has gone down there. If we look at the units lost tab, we do in fact see that Parting lost several of his Stalkers, which evens that unit's lost tab up in quite a way. MC continuing to be able to blink on top of these, and Parting booking it back to his base as quick as his legs can carry him. Another blink up into the base, but is it too aggressive? There's 2 Immortals here, and MC going to fall back. The Observer here spots those Immortals, but the Observer of Parting able to help pick those off. MC now barreling towards Parting at a rate of knots, but Parting is fairly well provisioned here. A Photon overcharge is going to help him hold the line. Nice force field there, are going to pin MC's Immortals on this side, allowing Parting to focus them down quite quickly. MC though with a substantial unit advantage here. Parting forced to pull a few of his workers to help try and distract these units. MC looking in a dominant position here. Got many of his units. Parting trying to warp in some Zealots straight on the front line. Nice clutch Photon cannon here. This time warp of Parting though helping to catch these Immortals before they can fall back. A second Immortal will fall, and it looks like Parting may be able to hold, albeit certainly going to be barely with the probe pull as well. Another Stalker going down. The Stalker's going to be focusing down the Immortal. That is a great pickup. Got to focus those down as quickly as possible. Zealot tanking a lot of the damage, but this Immortal going to chew through these Stalkers. Another Zealot being warped in for MC. Parting trying to micro his Immortal back, trying to kill this Zealot before it can take out the Immortal. There is no high ground vision, so clever positioning of this Immortal could well force these units back, and indeed the Stalkers are going to beat a hasty retreat. MC starting to chrono boost some workers on the back of this to go for the economic edge. If we check our income tab, it is actually 36 workers for MC to 28 of Parting, so looks like MC has managed to wrestle quite the edge there. Significant economic edge. Parting going to be chrono boosting workers to catch up in any way he can. This robotics bay not seeing a whole lot of use. Parting unable to exploit that tech advantage that he has. Insufficient income is going to be the main reason. Unable to mine Vespine at his expansion so far. Though I really like what Parting's doing, being active with these Stalkers, cleaning up these proxy pylons, trying to force MC to have to build a few more, make sure he doesn't supply block himself. MC throwing down 3 additional gateways, so definitely intent on amping up the aggression. He knows he has the economic edge now. He's just trying to advance it in any way he can. Oh, if Parting... Oh, sorry guys. We won't be taking command of this replay. Parting having to be very careful to not repeat his earlier mistake, allowing MC the advantage of blinking on top of him. Looks like the first Colossi is going to be on the way for Parting. Parting actually with an upgrade advantage currently. He has got the +1 weapons. MC as of yet, no upgrades on the field, and I believe no forge to speak of. So Parting in quite the upgrade advantage, and that could become quite an important factor as this game progresses. MC's excellent blink micro continue. Oh, that Stalker blinking out of there by the skin of his teeth. 12 health. Is MC likely to... Oh, and it survived again. That Stalker's got to be the most clutch blink Stalker ever, managing to almost dodge those beams as they're en route. Second Colossi now on the way for Parting, and MC has to know he's at a slight tech disadvantage here. As in fact we do have external thermal lance, so we could have a 2-2 Colossi Stalker force coming up against MC's 0-0 Blink Stalker Immortal force, and this is quite a significant tech disadvantage for MC to be in. He's trying to gun his way through this force, but these 2 Colossi here could start doing a fair bit of damage. Parting not wanting to be caught out in the middle of the map, going to fall right back into his mineral line. Warping a few extra Stalkers. MC is going to try and split this force up, blinking up into the main ground. Parting trying to pick off that mothership core, but unable to quite get it. Will Parting get it now? He could blink and take it out. We're a cute blink micro out of both these players, trying to make the most out of these Stalkers. Nice blink from Parting there. MC trying to muscle his way in the front door, but these force fields doing so much work here. The Colossus here getting no kills yet, but certainly doing a lot of damage. Parting forced to pull his workers for the second time. Parting having won the battle on the high ground, his Stalkers blink down into the fray. Zealots and probes here anxiously trying to hold the line against MC. The Nexus did go down there, which is a massive advantage for MC here. The MC almost has no... Oh, looks like his tech follow-up's going to try and be Dark Templar. Went behind Dark Shrine, and now I know you'll argue that MC isn't actually behind in this game, but if he can't do something and do something soon, he is going to lose this counterattack. That's 2 Colossi. There is literally nothing in place for MC. And it looks like we're going to have our second base race scenario of this season. MC here picking off these workers, but Parting just belting down MC's front door. This expansion already going down. Another big Zealot warp in here. MC doesn't have sufficient minerals to throw down another expansion. He finally gets the crucial 400 minerals, but his probes are too late to be able to evacuate. Does MC have any probes out on the map? We will soon see these probes trying to get out. We have no probes left on the map, so MC's got to base race with no probes. It's certainly not a situation you want to be in. Parting plenty of minerals of his own, knows he's in the superior position in this base race. Colossi able to focus down these tech structures. There's not going to be anything warped in but Zealots at this point. MC throwing down the last few couple of zealots, and we effectively have an immortal 2 colossi and 12 stalkers against 15 stalkers and 7 zealots. I think that Parting's force fields are going to become the all-important factor as this game progresses. MC's left with one pylon on the map. He's being revealed. Parting knows that this is here. Parting throwing down an expansion of his own. And this is the position you want to be in when you're base racing, knowing that you can throw down a base and happily sit on this and defend it and force your opponent to come to you. These stalkers and zealots, they've worked out that there's a base on the field for Parting, and MC knows. He knows that with Parting's force here that it's naturally going to be located somewhere in this region. Are these zealous stalkers going to march straight up the ramp? If they get caught on this high ground with the colossi, Parting's positioning is just too good here. Can't afford to engage on the high ground up the ramp without any vision. So Parting, of course, going to be able to defend this quite easily. Straight, oh, nice hallucinated Phoenix, going to give him some idea as to where MC's lurking. The Phoenix moves out, unable to spot it. But this observer is going to get quite an idea. Parting actually managing to throw down a robotics facility here on the other side of the map before he lost his cyber core, and that's a nice little a neat tech advantage. Normally you'd be resetting a base race and having to try and build your tech from the ground up. Parting actually managing to throw that down, knowing that he's got a few gas, he can potentially knock out another couple of immortals to give himself a real edge. MC here knows on the back foot. He can see the position that he's in. Observer here watching everything Parting does, but unfortunately for MC, unable to give him the advantage he needs. He knows he needs to wait for these zealots. The real question is, how much damage can these zealots tank? It's 45 supply to 62, and MC isn't mining. So we'll see if Parting elects to grab an observer of his own, or if he continues. Oh, MC obviously realizing that writing's on the wall there, elects to GG out of the game. I think it's a little bit of a shame to not get to see the game through to its conclusion, but MC's game sense there, he does know that the writing is proverbially on the wall. The 2 colossi and the immortal being massive tech advantage there for Parting. So Parting able to upset the boss toss in game number 3 to take a 2-1 lead in this series. One more game will seal it out. It is a best of 5, so it's now match point for Parting. Can MC wrestle back 2 to take himself to the finals, or will Parting take the boss toss out to dry and progress to the finals himself? Find out in game number 4 in this best of 5 series. Thanks guys, this is Aussie Starcraft signing out.